You know, when you come down Bower Road in between Hudsonville and Jenison and you see this Lowing Woods sign, the gateway to the development this way, you think, wow, those homes must be sweet because look at all the attention they paid to the sign. Well, Kurt Sadinsky of Eastbrook, that's the builders of these homes, invited us in to take a look at a couple of the properties here. So you want to see a couple of sneak peeks at some of the homes available? Hey, what's happening? Barnaby here, hanging out in front of a beautiful Lowing Woods home. It is a Sebastian floor plan built by Eastbrook, and it is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. But you can make that up to a 6-bedroom with the livable space that is below grade. As well, there is a room upstairs that you can make that we're going to see inside, which is a children's loft, simply by adding another floor to the big cathedraled great room. Now, as far as school district, we're talking right on the cusp of Hudsonville and Jenison, so the bus is just down the way here. It comes to the corner from either school district, so it's a school of choice sort of a deal. And speaking of choices you can make, you know, a house is never done until the landscaping is done. So look at this. One of the attractive features of Eastbrook is that you can actually have the landscaping done for you previous to moving into the home. So there's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about here. But let's show you what's happening inside the home. You know how sometimes when you walk into a house you go, wow, well, that's this house. I just took a little tour to familiarize myself, and I'm going to take you on a tour too. I'll tell you that upstairs they've got a bunch of bedrooms plus this custom loft space for kids that you are going to want in whatever home you end up living in. As well, around the corner, a kitchen to die for, and in the master suite, you won't believe how big the master closet is. It's like a room unto itself. And then down below grade is more livable space waiting to be developed. But first, we just want a little information. Actually, Kurt of Eastbrook would love to have the contact information so he can reach out to you at your convenience. And I'll tell you how to do that at the end of the video. But right now, just fill out a little contact information, and then I will take you on a tour that's going to make you go, whoa. Alrighty, welcome to Living at its Finest. A lovely, great room right here with the kitchen in plain sight of all that is happening here, which is important because the homeowner has got 2 wee ones right here, so you definitely want to be keeping an eye on them. But cast your eyes upward right here. This house has 9-foot ceilings traditionally. This one is about 10.5 feet up. Why is that? Because of the magic they created upstairs. A design cue that is awesome. You're going to have to wait a little later in the tour for that. But come on in here, Brian, if you would, into the living space, which is the kitchen. I say living because Sarah is a gourmet cook, and she said, if I'm going to live in a house, I want it to be cook-friendly. So instead of the granite countertop, a nice butcher block because she can chop at will. As she walks over there, almost as if on cue, it is to look out through the customized bay windows, where once this was flat, but she said, you know, I'm spending a lot of time in the kitchen. I want to have a little more dimension. And so Eastbrook accommodated her, much to her delight. You've got granite countertops right here, stainless steel appliances, a nice exhaust hood that actually goes out of the house and not just recirculating the air. And look at what is behind door number 1 right here. Just keep walking along because it's a deep, deep pantry. What they actually did was blew out a wall. This used to be a closet in here off of the garage, but she said, if I'm a baker, I got to have room for my supplies. So that is another customized feature of the home. If you want to tip down, Brian, we see the nice wood floors around the corner. Transition to some tile, because this is the 3-stall garage that you come in from after you park the car. And boy, apparently they plan on having a lot of friends over because they got a lot of hooks, a lot of places for boots right here, and then a nice half bath. Hey, speaking of baths, wait until you see what's happening in the master bedroom. So that's coming up next on the tour. You know, little things mean so much in the design of a home. Case in point, this arched doorway into the master suite, and you're never going to look at your bedroom the same way again, believe me, because look at this space. Beautiful tall windows that look out into the woods. Imagine waking up to that every morning. Plenty of space for what is a king-size bed. This gives you a kind of a scale representation of how big this room is, but you haven't seen anything yet. As you walk into what is the bath area of the suite, you've got the nice granite countertops with the 2-bowl sink and plenty of drawers and cabinets right here. a water closet. In fact, it is the commode with bonus a linen closet in there as well. But then this is what is going to stay with you forever, and that is how big this master suite closet is. I mean, you could put a ping pong table in here. It's that big. Lots of space. Come on out here. I want to show you some more. We have got a nicely sized shower, but as you come along, you see that there's also a tub, right? Now, I was talking to Kurt of Eastbrook, and he said a lot of people say, you know what, maybe I don't want a tub, maybe I just want to have more space. They can do that sort of thing for you because they're the builders. And I know you just tipped up there, Brian, but again, if you would do that, a nice transom window for natural light on nice tile floors right here. So it is a master suite that you will never forget, probably, just sheer size alone. But there's so much more to this house. Let's go upstairs and I'll show you what's happening up there. Wonder what time that happens in this house. Hey, before we go upstairs, I want Brian to go on outside and take a look at the big deck, because it's a whole other world out there. You walk outside and obviously you got the barbecue in the foreground, but down below decks they've got a nice patio poured right there for the walkout that we'll show you later in the tour. But the maid of the manor having a little bit of a snack right here at her picnic table. What a great space for kids. Within eyesight of Mommy as she's inside cooking because of the big bay window. But you've got wonderful seating out here. It's just a nice space. Okay, as we head from the kitchen on upstairs, or from the front door on upstairs, I just want to show you a little way station right here. It is what in other homes has been an office, but what these guys decided to do in this home is ask Eastbrook, hey, can we subtract the doors, which are existing in some of their other floor plans, and just make it more of an open space? And they said, sure, we can do that. It's all about making the living space the way the homeowner wants it. Now, as we come upstairs, I want to show you that area. Remember downstairs I was talking about that giant cathedral ceiling in the living area? Look what they did. They put a floor in, so you're still left with a 10.5-foot ceiling downstairs, but what you have upstairs is a place that kids will call their own, a play area with nice built-ins along the bay windows there. It's awesome. It is a perfect place for kids. Hey, but you know what? At the end of the day, they're going to go, I'm sleepy, I want to go to bed. Where are they going to do that? I'll show you. Alrighty, so this is all happening all the way over here, Brian. Come on, we'll leave the kids to their own devices. Play away, wee ones. And look at this. They're well programmed. They put their toys away in this beautiful giant closet. But check out the little dude's room right here. Apparently the parents have tapped into his creative side of things. They've created a small city with a nice paint job right here. And look at this. He loves Superman, so he can come and go out of his own custom telephone booth, which is a giant closet that now is also doubling as a toy room. So, continue the tour down this way. We have got a full bath here, and then the little princess's room. Isn't this cool? They've done a really nice job with the custom paint job and all of that, but it is a well-lit room, again, with the giant walk-in closets. I mean, that is one of the hallmarks of this house, is just how big these closets are. All right, you know, one of the things about having kids is you're constantly doing laundry, and it is on the second floor right here. Nice touch is that there's a window looking out onto a facility we're going to talk about a little later in the video, and that is the community pool. What? And then big linen closet, because a simple trip from the laundry room to the closet and the clothes are put away, at least the towels. This is a guest bedroom, and any guest is going to want to become a permanent guest of the home because nice view there. Again, when does a guest ever get a walk-in closet? But there it is. And around the corner we go to a nice linoleum floor right here. It is a full bath, Formica countertops, because it is second floor and not the master suite, but still a lot of charm to it. And then apparently these folks like to have a home office wherever they turn, because here's yet another one, but it could be a bedroom as well. So a lot of usable space inside this home. Speaking of which, let's head below decks, below grade, more correctly said, to see what is the developable square footage of this house. I want to show you something you don't often see in a lot of new builds, and that is attention to detail like this, and that is the open cell insulation. Because Eastbrook, I read this on their website, has a real eye on the environmental side of things, the efficiency of the home, and so they take a lot of care in that regard. Right down to the high efficiency furnace we've got here with a whole house humidifier, so it's going to be a comfortable living environment, an oversized water heater because of the tub upstairs. But talk about oversized, about 1,600 square feet of developable space. It's already plumbed for a bath down below as well, so it is what you want to make it. But hey, you know what? I want to leave the home for a second and head about 300 yards that way to an unbelievable amenity of this home. 300 yards away, what's that going to be? Come on, I'll show you. So, this is an amenity that really sets Lowing Woods apart, and that is the fit and finish of this clubhouse. I mean, this has got a lot going on. For $325 a year, you get unlimited access to this. I mean, look at this. Imagine college football, pro football, golf, hanging out in the clubhouse because they have organized events that bring the community together. It could be a card playing night. It could be a ladies' night. They just had one of those last night, and who knows what went on there. Now, come fall or winter, you might want to hang out in the clubhouse with your buds, just warming by the fire. Or maybe just hang out in front of another television right here with a cocktail after a day at the pool, because it's all here for you. Again, $325 a year, and you get access to all this, plus the proverbial that. Check this out. Check out this awesome pool. It's got virtually 0-degree entry right here, 10 inches in depth, and then it drops down to 5 feet at the far end, but it's very kid-friendly, as is this whole area, because, you know, the thing about having a pool is, once you've owned one, you think, what a nightmare, but to have access to a pool perpetually, again, for the $325 a year, that is awesome. Now, check this out. You got a ladies' room, you got a men's room, nicely appointed. Usually you think about cinder block walls that kind of sweat. This is nice wood in here. And then when it comes time to shower the kids off, or yourself, a pretty private little shower. La 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 la. Okay, but let me show you one other aspect of this common area. You know, Eastbrook Homes is known for the little things, the nice touches, hence the ceiling fan over the portico outside the clubhouse, looking out at the pool, because kids can go all day, every day in the pool, right? But parents like to chill in the shade while keeping an eye on the little ones. And check out this little development over here. Again, a nod to the fact that Lowing Woods is a community, not just a development, because they're going to be putting in a nice big barbecue here with a pergola, and they will have scheduled events where there will be like barbecue night at the pool for folks just to get together. But then you'll also be invited just to cook your own if you got it. Now, take a look out over here. I want to close this segment out by just giving you a sense of the ambiance of Lowing Woods. The nice meadow and then the trees. It really is just an awesome community. Man, that was a cool pool and, if you recall, a very sweet house. Now, Kurt of Eastbrook Homes would love to talk to you about what it is you're looking for a home. Is this the right one? Could be one of a number of Eastbrook Homes, but if you want to get in touch with Kurt directly, you can be proactive. It is 662-4900, or check this box out right here. You can just put in 3 times, 3 days that you would like to have Kurt give you a call. So you kind of set the agenda there, right? But at the end of the day, all Kurt and anybody at Eastbrook is interested in is making sure you're in your dream home.